We usually cook chicken in many ways, but some dishes stand out for their rich tradition and restaurant-style taste. Chicken ghee roast is one such classic. Today, let's bring the special flavor home with a recipe worth the effort. Hi, hello, welcome to the new episode with me, Jyotsna. Stick around till the end of the episode to find out what goes into the making of this chicken ghee roast. First step is to marinate the chicken, so we got 500 grams of chicken right here. We're gonna add half a cup of curd and some chili powder around 4 tablespoons. I like a bit of spicy. You can add according to your spicy levels. And then some turmeric powder and adding some salt now, then we balance when we are finishing the dish. And a teaspoon of lemon juice just to give a bit of acidity. Mix this well, massage the marinade into the chicken. You wanna make sure that you coat the chicken evenly with the marinade. I like to use my hands, although a messy affair is the best thing to do. I think there's no substitute to cooking with one's hands. I think it's very connects you with the food, similar to how your fingers connect you to the food when you are eating. Let this chicken rest for an hour. If you're keeping it for an hour, let's keep it outside. Anything more than that, make sure you keep the chicken in the refrigerator. Next is now dry roast the spices. First we are going to add chilies, taking 10 to 12 chilies here. So got to make sure that you're constantly moving this. Turn the heat to medium, toast the chilies. You can begin the aroma of the chilies that has been roasted in the pan. Basically it's a dry roast, there is no oil here. You just want the chilies to soften a bit, not to cook too much, because if the chilies darken, you will lose the color of that masala, which is so important to make the ghee roast. It's time to add the rest of the spices. 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon of jeera, 1 teaspoon of peppercorn, half teaspoon of mustard seeds, half teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. Just lower the heat as you add the spices. Make sure you don't burn them. If you burn the spices, it's gonna give a bitter note, so keep stirring it. When the aroma of the spices fill the room, that's when you can turn it off. What you now need to do is allow this to cool down completely. Now the air is redolent with the aroma of the toasted spices here. We are gonna now place it in the grinder. The chilies are nice and brittle, and add the rest of the spices. It's ready. It's got a bright rust, almost sort of an orangish red. On that note, now it's time to add the wet ingredients. In go 16 to 20 garlic pods to balance out against the spice from the chilies. You know, good dish about balance, you want to balance out the various flavors. Goes in 3 to 4 tablespoons of tamarind puree. Grind this into a fine wet paste. Our masala is now done and ready. You can see the color has deepened a bit. This is exactly the sort of color that we want, a deep orangish red. Next we need to cook the chicken that's been marinating for the last 1 hour or so. Take a large pan and add in ghee, roughly 4 tablespoons right now. Don't shy away from the ghee, because after all you are making a ghee roast. So once the ghee is melted, adding the chicken pieces. You basically now want to turn the flame up a bit and roast the chicken nicely in the ghee. You want to ensure that none of the marinade stick to the bottom, so keep stirring it. Incorporate all that ghee rather well into the chicken. If you have a flat bottom pan, it's great because that way you can really work the ghee into the chicken and also the masala. Well, you know the ghee roast requires a bit of an effort, but once you have done, the end result of the ghee roast makes it worth all that effort. You know, that's the reason why the ghee roast is also more of a restaurant dish, because of the fair bit of work that goes into it. But there's nothing that stops you from making your own ghee roast at home like we are doing now. So basically want to roast the chicken as higher heat as possible, stirring it constantly. The chicken is beginning to cook now. The idea is to cook the chicken roughly about 70 to 75% before you remove it from the pan. The chicken is almost cooked. We'll just stir it around a couple of minutes before we remove the chicken from the pan. Make sure you turn the heat to a gentle sim at this stage. The chicken is almost 75 to 80% cooked. As you can see, there's some of the juices still in the pan simmering away, which brings us to the next step of the recipe. Next is to add grinded masala to this pan. Before that, we're gonna add a tablespoon of ghee, perhaps a little more if you feel indulgent. And now, introduce the vivacious deep red masala to the pan. I'm gonna use roughly a little over half the masala that we prepared. Keep the rest aside. Stir that nicely. Now integrate the masala into the pan. You can see the color beginning to change already. It was mustard yellow, sort of a liquid earlier. Now that's turned into deep roast, reddish, orange sort of a color. Ensure that it won't stick to the bottom, so stir it constantly. That's a key to the chicken ghee roast. And also what important here is a technique. So this is not a stew. This is a ghee roast, so you got constantly keep working the pan, incorporate ghee into the chicken, and now incorporating the masala into the broth that was left over in the pan from the chicken dew cooked. Turn the heat to medium so that we can cook the masala. Make sure it's not too hot because you got plenty of ghee in this pan here. Make sure cooking over a medium heat. As you're cooking this, you will find plenty of that masala plattering on your clothes. But then that's the price that you will pay for cooking this. Taste the salt whether required. And now masala is completely balanced. Keep stirring. Once the ghee floats to the top, you know that the masala is cooked. Now is the time to introduce the chicken back to the pan. Stir that chicken into the masala. Also increase the heat at this stage. When you're making the ghee roast, you want that masala to be thick. You want that masala to almost coat your ladle. That's how thick your masala should be. Not be runny, it should be thick and hold on to every piece of the chicken. You can also add some ghee at this stage. That ghee will help the masala bind itself to the chicken. Keep stirring away constantly. All that masala coming together so well, make sure you gather all the masala from the sides of the pan. As you can see, the chicken is cooked all the way through. It's almost there. It's almost perfect. And it's time to add the finishing touches. Drizzle the remaining ghee, some coriander powder, and copious amount of curry leaves. This is a sort of a dish that's quite versatile enough to be tasted with a whole bunch of accompaniments, like steamed rice, maybe chapatis and bread. You really do not need a gravy. If you do need a gravy, maybe a simple dal will suffice, because this chicken ghee roast is as rich as that. Well, the ghee roast masala is versatile enough to be cooked with a host of ingredients, whether it's chicken, whether it's prawns, whether it's vegetables, paneer. Just follow the steps in the recipe and replace the main ingredient to the ingredient of your choice. Finishing touch, a drizzle of the lime and curry leaves, and it's ready to relish. Making the chicken ghee roast take roughly an hour or so and a bit of effort involved, but let me tell you, when you taste it, makes it all worth it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you with another interesting dish. Until then, happy eating. Thank you.